Hey everyone, welcome back to Corporate Decoder, the place where we decode the complex language of corporate filings. Today we are diving into a filing that seems dry at first glance, but it actually has some interesting boardroom drama and behind the scenes reshuffling that could impact the company's future. So stay tuned. Today we're looking at an amended report from Northern Trust Corporation. This is like a correction or a never mind, we need to add something to their original filing from May. This new filing was made in February of the following year, so a fair amount of time has passed. This form is called an 8K/. The 8K form in general is what companies use to tell the Securities and Exchange Commission, or SEC, about big news that could matter to investors. The /A just means it's an amendment, a revised version of something they already sent in. The original report was about something that happened back in May, so we're going to find out what news they needed to update. Northern Trust is the company making this report. They're a financial services firm, meaning they help people and companies manage their money, investments, and other assets. Okay, here's where the interesting stuff begins. Item 5.02 is about changes in who's in charge, like directors or high-level officers leaving, getting elected, or getting new roles. Northern Trust is amending, which means changing their previous reports to include some appointments to different committees within their board of directors, which is like the company's governing body. Specifically, they are pointing out that Chandra Dandapani was appointed to the Business Risk Committee. This committee looks at what could go wrong for the company and how to prevent it. Also, Robert Moritz and Richard Petrino were appointed to the Audit Committee. The Audit Committee makes sure the company's financial reports are accurate and that everything is above board, so to speak. The filing explains that when they originally filed these reports, the board hadn't yet decided which committees these individuals would be on. Basically, they knew they were adding these people to the board, but they hadn't figured out the exact roles yet. This part is about what documents are included as part of the report. In this case, it mentions something called inline XBRL. Inline XBRL is a way of tagging financial information so computers can easily read and analyze it. It's all about making the data more accessible. So, what does this all mean? Well, a few things. It shows that the board of directors at Northern Trust was still in the process of figuring out committee assignments when the original reports were filed. This isn't necessarily a bad thing, but it does suggest that things were still in flux at that time. The appointments to the Business Risk Committee and Audit Committee are important because these committees play key roles in overseeing the company's operations and ensuring that everything is done properly. Chandra Dandapani's appointment to the Business Risk Committee suggests that Northern Trust is focused on managing and mitigating risks, which is crucial in the financial industry. The appointments of Robert Moritz and Richard Petrino to the Audit Committee indicate a focus on financial oversight and accuracy. These appointments are especially important because they help ensure that investors can trust the company's financial reports. From an investment perspective, it's always good to see companies taking risk management and financial oversight seriously. It gives investors more confidence in the company's stability and long-term prospects. Now, let's assess Northern Trust's direction based on this information and other factors. Strengths: strong focus on risk management. The appointment of Chandra Dandapani to the Business Risk Committee highlights the company's commitment to identifying and mitigating potential risks. Emphasis on financial oversight. The appointments of Robert Moritz and Richard Petrino to the Audit Committee demonstrate a dedication to ensuring accurate and reliable financial reporting. Established player in the financial services industry, Northern Trust has a long history and a solid reputation, which provides a strong foundation for future growth. Weaknesses: potential for internal changes. The fact that committee assignments were still being determined at the time of the original filing suggests some internal uncertainty. Dependence on market conditions. As a financial services company, Northern Trust's performance is closely tied to the overall health of the economy and financial markets. Risks: economic downturn, a recession, or significant market volatility could negatively impact Northern Trust's earnings and asset values. Regulatory changes: new regulations or changes in existing laws could increase compliance costs or restrict the company's operations. Opportunities: expanding wealth management services. The growing global wealth market presents opportunities for Northern Trust to expand its wealth management offerings. Technological innovation: investing in new technologies could help Northern Trust improve improve efficiency and enhance its services. Stock price outlook based on these factors and a review of Northern Trust's financial statements, a reasonable target price range for the stock would be $95 to $105 per share. This valuation is based on a price-to-earnings ratio of 15x to 17x, which is in line with the company's historical valuation and the average valuation of its peers. Conclusion: overall, Northern Trust appears to be a well-managed company with a strong focus on risk management and financial oversight. While there are some potential risks and weaknesses, the company's established position in the financial services industry and its opportunities for growth make it a solid investment. Based on our analysis, we are cautiously optimistic about Northern Trust's prospects and believe that the stock is likely to perform well over the long term, leaning slightly bullish. Thanks for watching. If you found this helpful, please subscribe to our channel for more simplified financial analysis.